Welcome to Positive Atheism English Channel. Today in our program, My Life with Gora, an autobiography of Srimati Saraswati Gora, an atheist. I am going to continue from where I left in the last episode. From these incidents, we can understand how the majority of men in our country believe in the tradition that their wives shouldn't be superior to them in any aspect. These ideas exist even in educated people to this day. It's just because of such ideas that women cannot dare to take initiative in any field. It's not that they lack energy or confidence or ability. Men have assumed for generations that women's role was limited to cooking and bearing children. They brainwash women with the same ideas. That's why women are afraid of what the husband might say, what the in-laws might say, or what the husband's sisters or brother-in-laws might say. If they are free of the fear and hesitation, women too can participate equally with men in all fields. My walking on the fire in Mudnuru and some village women walking along with me became a topic of discussion among all women in that area. It gave an opportunity for them to think about their superstitions. This gave me great satisfaction and strength. The third incident was one which perturbed me a great deal. My father-in-law and mother-in-law, Gora's youngest sister Samrajam, her son Saranga came and stayed with us in Mudnuru. My father-in-law and mother-in-law participated fully in the social activities we had been leading. They would even attend the communal tea parties. Their cooperation in this manner was a great support to us. Samrajam was my sister-in-law. That's why she grew up with me as though she was my eldest daughter. A sad thing happened. Soon after she married, she lost her husband after she gave birth to a son. According to the custom of the day, she must have her head shaven and spend the remainder of her life simply and aimlessly. But Gora gave her support. He gave her courage. He did not agree even to let her bangles or mark on the forehead to be removed, let alone hair on her head. He sent her to a Hindi school. He helped her pass the Hindi Prachar examination. Although at first my father-in-law and mother-in-law were somewhat afraid, they agreed to this change. Since Samrajam had no desire to remarry, Gora let that idea go. But he insisted that she should excel in social life. Her son Saranga was 6 years old then. He contracted typhoid in Mudnuru. In those days, people were terrified of typhoid. There was not much medical help available in Mudnuru. Saranga's typhoid fever went down, but then again it came back. That meant it was double typhoid. To make matters worse, he was in delirium and would talk nonsense in his unconscious state. I was worried about what might happen to him. The situation would have been different if we had been in Kakinada, but since they came to us in Mudnuru, I was worried that people could blame us for not getting him proper medical treatment. Gora would often to go to attend meetings. I had to look after all the household affairs. Before my anxiety got much worse, finally, 3 months later, his fever went down. I could breathe easy. The rural dispensary director, Dr. Patnaik, took great care in this regard. I don't have to say that in those days, the medical facilities in the village was scanty. The fourth incident was the birth of my lost son, Niyanta. When I was pregnant, there was an eclipse of the sun. With that as focus, I invited all the confident pregnant ladies of the village. At the time of the eclipse, I made them see the eclipse and pick some fruit and eat as well. Other women who were not pregnant also joined us in our house. My son Niyanta was born without any birth defects. Similarly, all the other pregnant ladies who had eaten food had easy deliveries. Their children too were all born without any defects. This helped to remove superstition about eclipses from the women of the village. Until then, when I was pregnant alone, at every eclipse, I acted thinking rationally and dispelling the superstition about eclipse in myself. All my 6 children, 3 daughters and 3 sons were born beautiful and in good health, without deformity, well-shaped organs and without defects. This acted as direct evidence to everyone, but it remained for me a fact of personal investigation. On the other hand, socially, I was able to help other women in Mudunuru to examine their own superstition that if one looked at the eclipse, one child would be born with a defect. Niyanta was our seventh child. Those times of the Second World War became well known as the age of the dictators because of the rule of dictators like Hitler, Mussolini, Tojo, and Stalin. Furthermore, in order to carry out individual satyagraha against the war, Congress selected Mahatma Gandhi as the moral director and assigned him responsibilities. For that reason, we named our son, who was born in 1941, Niyanta, which means dictator. Later on, naming my son Niyanta encouraged many in Mudunuru to name their children based on ideas of change. As Chukkamma's house was located in the center of the village, it was easier for women as well as men to visit us. This not only helped me to get close to them, but provided an opportunity for the women to study me and my children at close quarters. Thus, we spent our first year in Mudunuru busily in being tested at every step. But we passed every step. When we were living in Chukkamma's house, Gora's book titled Atheism or There is No God was published. Not only men, but some women in Andhra were also influenced a great deal by this book. The book talked about theism, atheism, and man historically, socially, and philosophically, and laid the foundation for a revolution in thought. And this and the chapter Atheist Center in Mudunuru, and we shall deal with the next chapter, Satyagrahas and jails, in the next episode. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to our Positive Atheism English Channel, presented by Samaram channel, which has 21 crore views. Please like, subscribe and share our videos, and for notification of our new videos, please click the bell icon.